What is up, guys? And in today's video I will be talking about the unmade Halloween script, the Michael versus Pinhead. Yes, this was in development and in talks for a while. So here is what this unmade script was. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, please subscribe, let's get into it. So Dimension became interested in putting Michael Myers and Pinhead together. The production company owned the rights to both characters, so they approached John Carpenter and Clive Barker regarding a Hellraiser and Halloween crossover. This wound up being the second proposed attempt at a crossover, after filmmaker Dave Parker pitched the idea in the 1990s. He came up with the idea that a young Michael was possessed by the puzzle box, and eventually squared off against Pinhead, even with Barker writing the newer concept, but Carpenter interested in directing. Mustafa Akkad wasn't too fond of the idea. Now, me personally, if this would have came out in the 90s, now let's talk about what would have happened first. If this would have came out in the 90s, Hellraiser at that point was already like VOD. It was already straight to VOD, right? After Halloween 6, Michael, that whole Halloween franchise was about to go to VOD. H2O saved it. What if this saved the Halloween franchise, meaning H2O would have never happened, and would have this saved the Hellraiser franchise? Who knows? That's really interesting, and I want to talk about the ideal Michael being possessed by the puzzle box. I don't mind that. We watched a movie, did a video very similar to this, and I don't mind this ideal at all. You could kind of go with that concept of, well, what if Michael played with the box as a young kid? Or you could simply say, what if Michael's sister had the puzzle box, her boyfriend was playing with it, and Michael got a hold of it, and, he came out, took Michael, and, where it goes from there. And then Michael's time was up, and then Hellraiser finds him in this movie. It could have really worked and been super interesting, in my opinion. I can just imagine what a score would have been for that film. And it could have had John Carpenter and Clive Barker on board. That sounds really cool to me. I could just imagine what the score would have been. I think if this would have happened, H2O would have never happened. All the other Hellraiser sequels would have never happened, which is obviously a good thing. So it's really interesting. Would I have liked to see this? Yes, I would have liked to see this. I don't know. It just sounds really interesting and fun to me. At the same time, Michael being possessed with the puzzle box, you can go different. That's really interesting too, because I feel like Dimension Films could have did something with that, and what I mean by that was they could have played around with that of, okay, we're just continuing on from Halloween 6, or they can have pulled a Halloween 2018 way before a Halloween 2018, and that would have been doing a direct sequel to Halloween 1 and reshooting the whole opening of the original Halloween, and actually show a scene where Michael's sister and the boyfriend was playing with the puzzle box, and where it goes from there. They could have done that. It's really interesting to me what this script would have been and what could have been for both of these franchises, and it's interesting that this never really happened. My personal take, this would have helped the Hellraiser and Halloween franchise, especially in the 90s. This would have came out, I don't know, 94, 98, 99, somewhere around there. It would have definitely helped both of the franchise, but would they have stayed on their feet long enough? Who knows? And again, would they have been straight to VOD, but with a very high budget and good quality? Or would it have been sent to cinemas where it should be? What would have been? That's really interesting. So I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments below, would you like to see a Hellraiser and Michael film, or do you still want that to happen? I don't think it would ever happen now, but I would have liked to seen it. Like, I would have liked to seen it. Like, long as it, really wouldn't have affected films after Resurrection, which obviously Resurrection would have never happened. Long as we would have still gotten the Rob Zombie films, regardless how you feel about them, long as we, would have still gotten the Rob Zombie films and Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills and Ends, I'm fine with it. Like, I mean, Michael being possessed by the puzzle box, you can kind of say Pinhead hunting him down and finally finding him after all these years, does sound pretty cool and interesting, and I personally would have liked to see this. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, would you like to see this? Make sure you hit the like button, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Catch you guys in the next video.